Hello, everybody. Welcome to LT Outdoors Sunday Night Live. I'm going to share this real quick on Facebook, and we'll get to it. All right, here we go on Facebook. All right, yeah, I hope you guys having a good week. Oh, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. My girls told me Happy Father's Day today, so I'm always blessed with these two around. But yeah, I hope you guys had a great day today. I know I did. I went out fishing with my buddy Rick that gets on here. We went out and did some fishing. Actually got into some nice perch today, so that was fun. Doing something a little different, catching them too, using the new tungsten bugger by Widowmaker Lures. It's a fly, just a tungsten head fly we were using today, and we caught some nice perch. So that'll be a fun, different video coming up. I hope you guys enjoy that. So hey there, sis, how you doing? Hey Richard, how you doing tonight, buddy? Hey there, Steve. I do want to say thank you too, because Stephen House donated a bunch of more awesome, great tackle again tonight, guys. There's 10 different boxes here full of stuff, so I'm gonna have 10 auctions tonight. So it should be great. I was hoping it'd be a good day for people. Maybe you want to get something for a Father's Day present for your dad, or get something for yourself for Father's Day. So, hey there, Barry. Hey Leonard. How you guys doing? Hey, you made it, James. How's it going, buddy? I've got huge tackle auction going tonight, guys. I'll show the stuff off here in just a few minutes, waiting for more people to get on. I've also got a new lure sitting here next to me that I want to show you guys that I tested out the other day that worked really good. It's probably one of my new favorites. So, still got lots of content coming. I am backed up right now into July, second week of July. So if you want to see the videos sooner, make sure you become a member here on the channel. It's pretty easy to do from what I'm told. And like I said, if you become a member, you'll see the videos the day that I post them. So you won't have to, you're such a goober. You won't have to wait for the videos. So, hey there, Brandon. How's it going, buddy? Got awesome. Hopefully the truck's running good now. Hey there, Don. How you doing, buddy? I've got a massive auction tonight, guys. Lots and lots of tackle. 10 boxes Stephen House sent me full of great things. So, yep, super excited for tonight's auction. It's going to be fun. Hopefully you guys can get some good deals on things. Hey there, Benny. How you doing, buddy? Hey, John. How's it going? I'm doing pretty good. Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. Like I said, I spent the day out with Rick. We took the boat out today and got into some nice perch. We went out on Alcona Pond, which I haven't never really done an open water pond or perch video on Alcona. So we did that today. It was fun. Kind of a hot day. It got hotter than they said it would, but we're doing good. You're welcome, Benny. You're welcome. But yeah, I hope y'all had a good week. It's been a fun fishing week. I've been slaying all kinds of fish, literally catching lots and lots of big fish. Hey, that guy, how you doing? I've been trying, I'm trying not to annoy you guys because I know for some reason, and I'm guessing because there's so much content of it out there, my bass videos don't get many views. And it sucks because I truly love to bass fish. That is my favorite thing. So I'm trying not to overdo it. However, I need to get that Master Angler largemouth. Once I'm done and I get that one out of the way, then I can start on to another fish. But I'm really trying for that bass. This week here, I caught three actually this week that were, one of them was a half inch off a Master Angler, the others were an inch. So I'm getting there. Camp at Okona. Mr. Olympus. I don't think so. You camp at Okona? You're there most? I actually helped a guy today out there. Had to drag crazy. I felt like a tugboat, but I was dragging this guy's pond up to the launch with my little boat. So I'll be darned. I just seen I got my hand burned enough to boil. That's crazy. I've never boiled on my hand, but I got boils right there. Yeah, that's why I try to keep sunscreen on. Hey Daniel, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing good, man. We're having a huge auction tonight. Lots of fishing tackle. It's going to be a good one. I'll show you guys. Right now, I want to show you. This is a new lure that I tested out this week. If you guys watch my videos, you know that I love using topwater baits like frogs and the mice and stuff like that. Um, oh, no, I don't think I've seen that. I've never seen a. I catch some big bass in that lake, but I've never caught one. Never caught a giant. But I want to show you this. This is the new Forenzi mouse. Okay, this is by Lunker Hunt, which they make lots and lots of good stuff, including my favorite prop frog. But what is neat about this, and the main special thing is, it's got a furry feel to it. In fact, it's kind of, if you ask me, they're wasting money on the packaging, but they put this thing here so you can feel what it'll feel like before opening the box. Now, if you watched last year's video, you know that I use the live target field mouse a lot, even in some of this year's video. However, they get torn up really fast. Like I burn through them things like crazy, and they're not cheap. Neither is this. I mean, it's still like 11 bucks, but this actually lasts a long time. I caught a whole bunch of big bass, like really big bass, on this the other day, and it held up. The only thing it lost was the tail, which I kind of figured, sometimes the bass might have the tail and you don't know it, and you set the hook and it's going to pop off. But for the most part, the mouse stood up, so I got another one in the mail today. I liked it so much I wanted to get another one. It is definitely a very worthwhile top water, and the best. What I love about it, it's a lot like the field mouse. It's super soft. It's squishy, which is what you want. If you find a frog that is kind of hard to squish, don't use it. You're setting yourself up for disaster because you want something that's easy so that when those fish bite it, they're not having to use much pressure and you'll still get a really good hook set. I mean, it's super soft and that's what you want. Top water baits, half the time when you're using something and you're getting frustrated because you can't hook them, 90% of the time it's because that bait is too tough. And if they can't squish it enough to get the hook, you're just going to be popping that thing out of their mouth all day long. It is a little fatter than the field mouse, so I have to time it a little different. That's another thing too with top water is you want to time things. So when they hit this, I give it an extra second. As soon as they sploosh, it's hard not to set the hook right away, but you got to keep it in your mind. You have to. Just when they sploosh that thing, just give it a second, then set the hook, and he's going to have it. See, my last year, I got my biggest bass out of that pond, James, and it was 20 20.5 inches and 4 pounds 10 ounces, I believe. So I'm always trying out there for more giants, but oh geez. Sorry about that, John. Hey, happy Father's Day, Bill, and all you other fathers out there. It's a great bait. Definitely a great bait, James. Hey there, Neil. How you doing, buddy? Oh man. If you get into the frogs, Benny, I really should do a video on my equipment because I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't want to use a spinning reel and you want to make sure you got braid, especially if you're fishing them the way that I do, throwing into them heavy pads, which is a riot. It opens up all new doors, basically. Pretty much all the spots you look at when you're in a boat and you think, man, that's too thick. I can't get in there. Well, guess what? You can chuck a frog up in there, guaranteed it won't get snagged. I've got a couple cheaper frogs up here. Actually, here's one of the booyahs. Um, but yeah, the frogs here, they're made to be 100% weedless. You can throw these in anything and you're not going to get snagged. I promise you. It's pretty amazing. But tough part is when the fish explode on it, sometimes they miss it. They'll throw it out of the water. And you might not see that, set the hook and miss it and think it's your fault, but it's not. 90% of the time, if they miss it, it's really not your fault. They just totally miss it. But you do want to time it. When you see a fish hit these things, you want to give it a second before you set the hook. Otherwise, they might not have it in their mouth. So I always give it a little time. Also, though, heavy rod with braid. I love using my bait caster with, I've got 50-pound braid on that bait caster that I throw. And I used to make fun of guys that used heavy line and set the hook hard. But guess what? When you're fishing them frogs, that's exactly what you have to do. You have to give that an extra hard hook set. That's why the heavy rods are great because you're not only setting the hook into that fish's mouth, but you're setting it through the pads and whatever else kind of crap you might be casting in. So you need a stiff rod and you need heavy line. Braid is the best because it literally cuts. Braid is sharp. It will cut through the pads. It's really nice. That way, when you're fighting that big bass and you're trying to rip them out of the pads, it's also helping you because it's just cutting those pads down like a weed whip. So it's really nice, but it definitely takes some special equipment, I would say, to do that right. But you'll have to let me know, Benny. It's a lot of fun. Thanks, James. You know, that's one of my favorite things to do is top water. I could probably top water bass fish all year long, and yeah, just don't get the views. I don't get it. You know, it's exciting watching the fish explosions, but people just don't watch them that much. Hey there, Robert. How you doing? Happy Father's Day. Absolutely, Benny. You're welcome. Yeah, that is if not using heavy braid and at least if you're going to use a spinning rod, use something heavy, like a heavy rod that you can rip. I really recommend a bait caster, but you know, like James just said, he can't hardly cast one. But I'm telling you, if it comes down to using a spinning rod, make sure the rod itself is heavy and still use heavy braid. But I'm telling you, James, nowadays the bait casters are super easy. Like it's honestly hard to get a bird's nest anymore, which is, you know, back in the day using one, it was harder to make a cast without getting a bird nest. You had to really do that right. You had to play your thumb. Nowadays, they've all got a magnetic drag system. So once you get that thing tuned to where you want it, honestly, my one rod, I can throw that thing with every lure I want, and I don't even have to touch it now. I've got it dialed to right where I need it. I can throw that thing a long ways too, but it'll automatically slow itself down when it gets to the end of that. The magnetic brake system does that, and it keeps you from getting tangled. It's really great. But yeah, you just set once you get the magnets set, it's unbelievable, and you don't have to mess with them. You really don't, unless let's say you want to try throwing something lighter. But I mean, I just don't see a point. You know, if I'm gonna throw something lighter, I swap over to my spinning rod. Those are way better for throwing light stuff. But most of these frogs, especially when they're wet, they're gonna weigh like a half ounce. You know, even they still float, 100% float, but they're gonna be kind of heavy. So they throw really nice with a bait casting rod. Really nice. I can throw these things a long, long way. I see there's only 26 of you on. I will show off the auction stuff though. Hopefully more people get on. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. I'll show you the auction stuff now. We got a lot of really great things going on tonight, guys. It's going to be good. Oh, it's a lot of fun. They work they work really good. All right, this first box here, it is a DeWalt box. Steve likes to send these, and they are pretty awesome, especially if you've got more than one. You can stack them on each other. This one here has hardcore shad and Yozuri baits in it. This is a basically, I'm gonna call it a stick bait box. Look at these beautiful baits in here, guys. Um, I'll show you some of these. These hardcore ones are absolutely gorgeous. And if you watch my walleye videos, these are exactly what I like to use. They're nice because they're easy. You throw these out, you reel them any speed you want. I usually reel them just fast enough where I can feel that wobble on the rod tip. That's how you know they're working good, and they're going to sound great too. But this box here has 5 of the hardcores in it. You've got these beautiful little Yozuris here. These things are really nice. I read up on them. These are supposed to dive about 5 feet. So these are perfect little jerk baits. They're just like that X-Wrap I use. They're made to be jerked. They got an erratic action when they're jerked. And then there's a couple more here with bigger bills on them, which will dive a little deeper, which is nice. Sure. Hooks are sharp. I just stuck that one on my finger. I really like the looks of this rainbow trout one. It's like holographic rainbow. Beautiful. But yeah, all together in this box here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, you got 12. There is 12 beautiful lures in this box. So this is going to be one that's going out tonight. James, if I'm in my kayak, I take 2 rods. If I'm in my boat, I have a rod holder I've got 2 on each side. So I like to have 4 rods in the boat only because I like to have a panfish rod in there in case I decide, hey, I'm going to go after some panfish. And I also like to have a heavy rod, like a bait caster in case I want to do top water. And then I like to have a couple spinning rods. So that's usually what I got in there. But when I go in the kayak, I have my mind set on what I'm going to go for. Even if I'm not doing good on them, I stick to that species. So if I say I'm going to hit the kayak and go bass fishing, all I'm going to have with me is my bass stuff. I bring a frog box and just my bass rods and everything else. So, hey, Brandon, thanks, man. There's a lot of good stuff on here. Again, Stephen House donated all the stuff today, and he always donates some great stuff. Now, this box right here, another top of the line box. This one's got 2 wake baits, and which are kind of like top water, and then you've got some other cranks in there. These flat bills there, those are the top water These babies are actually a lot of fun using the Topwater cranks because they literally, I mean, they will go a little deep, but they run right on the surface like a crank. And they got loud rattles, all that good stuff, but they work great. And then you got, oh, I didn't even see that in there. Oops. I would probably snag that one. Look at that. That's a beautiful wigglewort. If you watch my videos, this is one of my top favorite walleye lures. And there's not only one, there's three in there. There's 2 crawfish wiggleworts. You got that bluegill wigglewort, a couple topwaters. Actually, there's 2 bluegill wiggleworts. And look at these beautiful flat bills too in there. Lots and lots. And these are all name brand stuff, guys. It's Storm and what's this one? Booyah. Booyah cranks and Storm cranks. Sorry about the dogs. I do have kittens outside right now, and Ruby wants to eat them, and I will not let her. One of them's calico. I've never had a calico cat. But in this box, there is 9. There's going to be 9 cranks in this box, which is a beautiful, that's a good box right there. So that's going to be up too. Yeah, definitely best when the bed's going on. Yeah, the wake baits are fun on beds. This box is pretty insane. This is another DeWalt box, but I'm going to tell you guys here, you're going to go crazy on this one like I did. This has Walleye Nation creation baits in it, hardcore lipless, Berkeley jointed shad wraps, biospawn, rat baits in here. This box, look at all these cranks in this box, and there's some under the paper there too. But if you watch my videos, you'll see that one lure in particular that I did really well on and always do every year is the jointed shad wrap. Now in this box, you have 4 jointed shad wraps, all perfect colors. The crayfish actually used to be my top favorite for walleyes and bass. You've also got these Walleye Nation creation cranks, which I haven't got to try these smaller ones. I'm betting they are awesome, especially for walleye. But there's 3 of the Walleye Nations in there. You've got these hardcore ones. These are those funny ones that kind of remind me of Transformers. There's a bunch of these in there. And you've got a few of these lipless, like rattle trap type cranks. I'm guessing that's a, yeah, that's the hardcore flash and biospawn is the one I just showed you guys, the Transformer looking one. But look at these guys. Gorgeous. If you like, I'm telling you, rattle baits, as far as rattle baits go, these lipless are like top dog. They're super loud. But there's a whole bunch of cranks in here. So we're talking 16. Wow, 16 cranks in this one box. That's crazy. 17. Wow, I counted wrong. I was never good at math. 17 crankbaits in this DeWalt box. So not only is the box great, but 17 cranks. Come on now. That's insane. The crazy cat's still being crazy too. What do they normally go for? Normally these things go for like $10 a piece. So they're expensive, but you know, Steve buys all this stuff and mixes it together. So you figure, you know, yeah, there's a lot of money. It's an over $100 box right there. So lots of money in these boxes. Now this here is a box that I was pretty excited about. This thing is insane, just like the rest of them. But if you like to use jigs, get a load of this. Get a load of this. And again, they're all name brand. These are all name brand jig heads. I weighed it up. It was 1 pound, 8 ounces of jigs. Most of these are the perfect, in my opinion, they're the perfect size jigs for walleye. You've got walleye bass jigs in here, even pike. You could slap the barracuda on a bait like that because it looks like it's got at least a 1/0 hook. And then you've got a lot of the smaller, basically all the sizes you would want. And I love the ones that have ribs here because it holds your bait on longer. You've got lots of these underspins, which are epic. And what I like about these are like the cannonball shaped ones. Just a whole bunch of different jigs in here, guys. All different brands. Lots and lots of good stuff. There's even a whittle maker right there. So yeah, tons and tons. Like I said, this box itself is 1 pound, 8 ounces of jigs. So that is a wicked box right there. The calicos are pretty. Yep, they're very cool. And it's the first one that's been born on my property. Most of my cats here are orange. but I always end up with some random colors. I even have 4 Siamese now, I think. Yeah, Walleye Nation makes really good baits. The only thing I'll say though, I love the action, I love the sound. The paint chips easier on the Walleye Nation baits than I feel like it should. Yeah, underspin is top dog for crappies, hands down. Yep. All right, now the next box I'm going to show here, guys. This is just a um, Big Bites baits box right here. This has its plastic paddle tails in here, but they're already, all of them are pre-rigged up with this beautiful jig, which is nice. This thing's rigged up weedless already, and I have yet to try these paddle tails myself, but from what Steve said, they really have great action. So I am gonna, normally, you guys know when I put these things together, I try to put, you know, combinations, but I'm not tonight. I'm gonna do each box going out on its own. So you've got this box right here with the Big Bites baits and the jig heads. This is all going out on itself right here. Silver bass are a lot of fun. Now this one here, this is a bunch of, this has 4 bomber stick baits in it. This box right here does, which bombers, or 5, sorry, has 5 bombers. Bombers are excellent for walleye. They are one of my favorite stick baits for walleye. You can troll them, you can cast them, you can do whatever you want with them, but it's got a bunch of really great colors of the bombers in here. Also, if you guys followed along last year on my salmon videos, the salmon love bombers too. So if you're one that likes to go out and get salmon, throw these bad boys. They got a lot of action, a lot of sound, great colors. So you got 5 bomber stick baits in this box right here. That's another one going up for auction. Here's another one. Somebody asked before, they said that they wanted to see some hair jigs. Now these jigs right here, he said that they're top of the line. Some of them are professionally handmade. So some of these are actually custom. Absolutely gorgeous. There's a ton. I'm not even going to count them, but there is a lot in here. Some of them, I mean, look at this. This one's already made up with like a bass jig skirt plus the hair and feathers. These things are gorgeous. This is a really cool box, but lots and lots. Steelhead fish. I was hoping Jason Bass was going to be on tonight because he likes this kind of stuff. And yeah, there is a lot of these. So lots of beautiful hair jigs. This box is 2-sided. I really like these ones here. I did take one out myself that I want to try, but look at these. These have like bluegill colors and stuff to them, especially this one. Absolutely gorgeous jigs. Now, I know these are going to work for just about everything, but steelhead and salmon in that, absolutely. But like I said, this box, absolutely loaded with hair jigs. So if you like to use these hair jigs, this is a box you're going to want. It's pretty epic. So tiger cats are really cool for sure. My favorite, well, the orange one that you see in my videos is a lot of fun. That's probably my favorite, but I have a really cool tiger too. Yeah, the bombers and Arctics were really great. Yep, if you like to catch salmon, the bombers are excellent. Now this is a random box right here. This box, and I'm actually excited about this one lure. I've never used it. It's a neat Yozuri, and there's a few of them in here. Also, check this out. I think this was, oh, it's a bandit. Look at the color of that bandit. Which bandits are epic for walleye. They really are. And then you've got the Storm. I know this ain't it is a hot and top, but they call this one the thin fin. Yeah, original hot and top, but really cool color. This is a Walleye Nation creation crank right here, just like you've seen before. I know it's like pink lemonade, I think they call this one, because I've bought ones that look like this. Also, you've got these 3 Yozuris. Now, these are the ones that I'm probably most excited about. I love fishing surface baits and subsurface baits. Now, these lures right here, they're made as a jerk bait, but they run shallow in the water. I guess you can let them sink. They are slow sinking, but what's cool about this, you jerk these things, they're going to dance and jump and everything else. Plus, they got trebles, so it's easier to hook things. But this right here is going to be great for pike, bass, anything that you want to pound near the surface. I think muskies would smoke these too, but there are 3 of these new Yozuri walking lures in there, and then you've got 3 mixed here with the Nation Creation, the Storm, and the Bandit. So yeah, so this box right here has got 6 lures in it. plus a nice box. All this stuff comes with great boxes. That's wild, James. Oh, the hair jig box is beautiful. Yep, it's a beauty. It should work great. I know a lot of people swear on the fuzzy jigs. In fact, me and Rick met a lot of people last year that were swearing on them for steelhead. So I see there's 35 watching, only 19 thumbs up button. I'm about to do the auction in about 5 minutes. This box right here is full of bass jigs. Okay, these are all really nice bass jigs. I was looking, and it's got a lot of them. Again, I'm not even going to count here. Most of these cups have two, so you figure there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20. You figure there's probably 20 jigs in this box. All great bass jigs, great colors. There's swim jigs and all the other types of jigs you want in there. I'm trying to learn how to do the jig fishing a little better myself, but they're nice because you could fish them as is, but most people add a trailer on there of some kind, some sort of plastic, like a ring of fire or whatever else you want to try. But yeah, there is some just excellent colors. I really love the colors of these jigs. Last year, I tried getting into them, and I just didn't like it because most of the jigs were really dark colored. These are all light colored. Plus, I like that they have these ones got like a plastic, almost like a comb or a brush thing to them. So these I think will be better than the metal ones, if you ask me. But yeah, this box right here is absolutely loaded to the rim with bass jigs. So that's going to. Hey there, Kevin. How you doing, buddy? And then last but not least in this box here, these are all Yum Helgramites. Both sides are filled with Yum Helgramites, which this I haven't used them yet, but man, these look like they would kill on all species. I mean, fish love bugs. Look at these bad boys. This is exactly what a Helgramite looks like. They are this exact shape. All these legs, they're smaller, obviously, but yeah, these are beautiful. I really like this color here. That's a neat one. But yes, you've got this is all a Helgramite box right here. So great colors on both of them. So this is what we're going to be having auction tonight, guys. I will be doing the auction here in just a few minutes, but yeah, in total, there are 10 boxes that will be auctioned off tonight. Hoping we got some people on here wanting to bid. I was really hoping we'd have more than this. I thought on Father's Day there'd be some more people, but maybe not. Gotta do what I gotta do though. But yeah, if you guys were on last Sunday, I am trying to go camping. I really want to. The only thing I was waiting for was the tent, which Robin ordered me a tent. I did get it in the mail the other day. It's actually sitting right in front of me over here. So pretty soon I'm hoping to get out in that tent with my girls. I'm going to be traveling around the state with my dogs and doing some fishing. It should be a fun time. So hoping to do that soon. This past week I would have done it right away, but the car has a problem again, which seems to be an always ongoing problem. This time it's the brake hose, which is not a huge deal, but got to get that fixed. So I'm waiting on that. It ain't even supposed to be here till Wednesday, but I'm okay with that because this week now they're calling for 4 days of rain and thunderstorms. So it'd be a crap week to go camping anyhow. That's what I hear, John. I hear a lot of people swear by those jigs in the bays and stuff. Well, Helgramites, those weren't really pinchers. They're just lots of feet and stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't say they have pinchers on them, not from what I remember seeing on them, because they're more like they're a lot like a dragonfly nymph, but they got a whole lot more legs. But I really don't think they have pinchers. I think that's all just legs. Hey, there you go. A lot of people have problems with woodchucks. I seen one actually today ran out in front of us. So yeah, see, right now my main problem is actually a fox. I'm trying. It sucks though because it's got a den. It's got young ones, but they're really ruining my farm. They killed all my ducks. They killed all my chickens. So, aw, dang, Leonard, that sucks. Yeah, I talked about it last week a little bit that I didn't have a tent. Last year on my UP trip, the same day that my truck broke and everything else broke, the battery died. That was the same day that my tent also broke. So, just a really crap day. Oh man. Yeah, don't do that for too long, man. They do have pinchers? I didn't think they did. Of course, I haven't seen a Hellgrammite in quite a while. Um, I see a lot more caddis nymphs than I do Hellgrammites, but maybe they got pinchers. They bite. Yeah, I didn't know that. Did not know that. Hmm. Yeah, I thought those were just tentacles, but I don't know. Maybe I'll take your word. I ain't gonna try it out. I'll take your guys' word for it. I don't like getting bit. Yeah, it is bad both ways for sure. Yeah, the fox he destroyed all my, and that sucks because I do like foxes, but he literally has been showing up. He's gotten very brazen. He got on my porch one day, and another day he showed up while the lady was back here with her horses. He got within a few feet of her and grabbed her favorite rooster. I had a little mini rooster that she loved. She named him Pepper. And I mean, she could feed him out of her hand, and everything. He grabbed that rooster right behind her and ran. Yeah, he killed every. I don't have a bird out there now. I got geese. That's it. They've killed all my other birds. So I used to love fox, but I'm really getting to where I don't anymore. Yeah, yeah. The coyotes can be a pain. We don't have very many out right now, though. Surprisingly, my numbers must be down because that's the only way that fox numbers go up. Hey, yeah, all the time, John. It's ridiculous. Oh, geez. I'll take your word for it, James. Yeah, I've had the gun out a lot. Actually, I shot at it with buckshot the other day, and I think I might have hit it, but I'm not totally sure. It was running through the wheat. Thing jumped out in front of me, ran through the wheat. All I did was swing that shotgun and fired towards the running area, and I don't know, might have hit him, but I got to get him out of there because once they get a taste for birds, they always eat birds, but once they get a taste for your chickens and that, they're going to keep showing up for more. So, all right, guys, it is 7:31. Hopefully, Rick's on here. I haven't seen if Rick was on here or not. He was wanting to get in on the auction on a couple of these things, but I haven't seen his name on here. That definitely means something, James, for sure. All right, first one. I'm just gonna grab them as I go. So, plus, please hit that thumbs up. There's 40 of you watching right now, and only 27 thumbs up. I do appreciate that. The first auction I'm gonna throw up tonight will. Yeah, they've eaten all my birds. I don't think they can get my geese though. My geese are pretty strong and mean. But tonight I'm going to be throwing up first is this is that Fat Bill um, Topwater cranks. I like this one. This one's really pretty. Good looking shad. But this one's got the wiggle warts in it, which are, again, they're one of my all-time favorite cranks for walleyes. And then you've got a whole bunch of top-of-the-line flat bills in here, too. Keep pulling this thing apart. Hey, Richard, what's going on, brother? Doing a huge auction tonight, Richard. Got so much tackle. Steven House donated a ton again. This box right here has 10 lures in it. If I can get them all entangled. Bunch of fat bills in here. Yep, just in time. How you doing, Joe? All right, this is what we got right now, guys, on the auction block. If anybody wants to auction, if you win the auction, all you got to do is either PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or send me a check. Robert jumped in on 25 right now. 25 bucks for this beautiful box. It's got, like I said, the wiggle wart is one of my favorite walleyes. If you're in an area where there's walleyes and you throw those and slowly retrieve them, it will work. They are very great for that. So right now, Robert, 25 bucks for these guys. You've got the nice flat bill cranks, topwater cranks, and the wiggle warts in this box. $25. And these, I'm telling you right now, guys, these are like 10 bucks or around 10 bucks a piece. So there's 9 in here. I thought there was 10, but there's 9. So you figure 9 of these at around 10 bucks a piece. These are all high dollar, expensive brands right here, guys. So this is what we're up to right now. Don comes in at 35. Hey there, Joe. You might have to refresh. It shows that I'm good on this end. Hopefully I'm not losing you guys. Don comes in at 35. We're at 35 bucks right now for these 9 lures. 9 awesome lures. You got the flat bill cranks there that run top water or just under the surface. And then you've got those wiggle warts, which they technically, I'd say they run around 10, 12 feet. The wiggle warts do. And they have a really good wobble, lots of rattle. Don Robinson right now is at 35 bucks, guys. Gonna let it go for another 15 seconds. 15 seconds on the clock. 35 bucks for these cranks. Come on, guys. Great deal. 10 seconds on the clock. 35 bucks right now. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. You got him, Don. Congrats, dude. That's a heck of a deal right there. So 35 bucks. Hey there, that guy. Sorry, I did not see it until after, and I'm guessing I was right on with that because Robin had already said congrats after or before you commented. So okay, so 35 bucks, Don Robinson. Gotta get a better. Okay. All right, next up, like I said, I'm going to grab them as I go. This is a pretty awesome crank box right here, guys. This one here has the hardcore crankbaits, the hardcore shads in there. It's also got the Ozuris. It's got some great stick baits. This box, I think, had 12. Oh, let's see. Yep, 12 lures. So this one's got the hardcores in it, and then it's got the Ozuris. Lots of great lures in here, guys. Robert comes in at 40 bucks. These are all really good walleye lures. All really good walleye lures. You can there's stick baits in here. There's crank baits. These are good ones for walleye, bass, pike, really anything you want. But these are excellent walleye lures. Even those hardcore colors are perfect for walleye. So that would be pretty crazy, James. That'd be neat. All right, guys, we are 40 right now. Robert's at 40 bucks right now, guys. This DeWalt box right here, $40, gets you these 12 beautiful lures, all great for walleye or whatever else you want to use. Honestly, salmon, they'd be good for that too, for sure. This also has that, this is the box that has that cool rainbow trout lure. Very beautiful rainbow trout color to it. That would be an excellent one for salmon, especially. They're very territorial. They don't like smaller salmon getting in their way, stuff like that. Most of these in here too are stick baits, which that's again rainbow trout, absolutely gorgeous. But you can jerk these things like I do my X wraps. All right, 40 bucks right now. Robert's at 40. Gonna let it go for another 15 seconds. 15 seconds, guys. 40 bucks for this awesome box right here. 40 bucks. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 45. Richard Carson came in the last second. Thanks for that, Richard. All right, 45 right now, guys. 45. 45 bucks right here for this box of awesome stuff. You got hardcore, you got Yozuri. Lots of great things in here, guys. We're at 45 bucks right now. 45 for this box. 45 bucks. Gonna go for another, let's do 15 seconds on the clock. Hey, there you are, Rick. I was worried you weren't gonna get on tonight. 45 bucks right now, guys. We're at 45. 10 seconds on the clock. 45. Richard Carson's got her 45. 5, 4, 3, 2. You got him, Richard. Good job, buddy. All right. Yeah, you guys are getting some killer deals on this stuff tonight. All right. Next up here, this is a smaller box. This is the box of swim baits. These are the Big Bite swim baits here. Again, you get the beautiful box with them too. But these Big Bite swim baits, the best part about them is they come pre-rigged on weedless jigs. I mean, these things are already ready to rock and roll. I mean, you throw these out right as is out of the box, and you can get bass and pike and stuff. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about these being good for big bass. Like a lot of the guys, if you're in a spot getting a bunch of little bass and you want to get into the big ones, throw bigger baits. That's why they call these big bites baits. Now, there's a bunch in this box here. Robert's got it right now for 20 bucks right now on the big bites box. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 big bites in this box, all rigged up and ready to rock. 20 bucks right now, guys. $20 for the big bite swim baits, all rigged up with jig heads, weedless too. 20 bucks. Going for another. That guy comes in at 25 bucks right now. Where are you from, that guy? I don't recognize the name on here. 25 bucks right now, guys, for the big bite swim baits here. Weedless jig heads. Good stuff. These are ready to rock and roll right out of the box. Leonard comes in at 30. Oh, you're from Onaway? That's a nice area. 30 bucks right now, guys. Leonard's at 30 bucks. These big bites baits, again, they're supposed to be really good for big bass and big pike. I haven't tried them yet. I probably should do a video on them because I do have some of my own up in the cupboard. So I keep a bunch of lures at home here. So Leonard's got it at 30 right now. 30 bucks. Going to go for another 15 seconds on the clock. That guy comes in at 35 right now. 35 bucks, guys, gets you this box of swim baits here. 35. Now that guy, I don't know if you've bought from me before, but if you win the auction, again, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, check, something like that, and you can just get a hold of me on my email to get my information out. So, all right, guys, gonna go another 10 seconds here on the clock. That guy's got it at 35 right now. 35 bucks, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. You got him, that guy. Good job, buddy. You got these big bites baits and this beautiful Plano box. Okay. All right. Now, next up here, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is my favorite box as far as cranks go. This box is pretty insane. This is the one that has the jointed shad wraps. It's got the bio spawn baits. It's got hardcores in there. Lots of good stuff. Walleye Nation creation. This box has a ton of lures in it. So this is the one we're going on right now. How to hit the like button. You guys usually tell me. I think you have to exit out of it, out of the live chat, hit the thumbs up, and then pop back in. Rick knows there's good stuff in here. We're at 50 bucks right now, guys. 50 for this box. There is a pile of good lures in here. You've got all these jointed shad wraps, which are top of the line. Robert comes in at 60 bucks. You get these Walleye Nation creations, which are hardcore walleye lures. There's 3 of them in here. The bio spawn, which to me they look like transformers. They're pretty cool. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So there's 17 lures in this box. You've got all these lures, plus you've got some lipless cranks in here, which are very loud. These things are great for walleye, bass, whatever you want. Rick comes in at 65 bucks right now, guys. 65 bucks for this awesome box. This thing is loaded with crankbaits. Lots and lots of great cranks in here, guys. Rick's at 65 right now. 65 bucks. You figure these things are all like 10 bucks a piece. There's a lot of lures in here. 65. I'm going to let it go for another, let's do 30 seconds on the clock right now. Rick's at 65. He knows these work. The jointed ones are one of my favorites for walleye, hands down. But has been forever. Robert comes in at 70 bucks, guys. $70 for all these cranks. Some great stuff right here. Now, I know that if we were on that special dock, Rick, that you would be getting some walleye on these crankbaits. We're at 70 right now, guys. 70 bucks. That one's supposed to happen. Not sure what you meant, Barry. I missed that one, I think. Thank you. Yeah, hit the back button, hit the like button, and then comment. And okay, thanks. All right, 75. Richard Carson comes in at 75 right now, guys. $75 for this really great box full of great lures. 80 bucks. Don comes in at 80. You guys know this is an epic box right here. It doesn't get much better than this for a crank box. This thing is ready to rock and roll. This could be the only box you need to take out for walleyes in that. Probably sent one that would just record you. I don't know. Not sure, man. 80 bucks. We're at 80 bucks right now, guys. 80 bucks. Richard comes in at 85. $85. 85 for all these crankbaits. That's Walleye Nation Creation, Jointed Shad Wraps, Biospawn, and Lipless Cranks. Great stuff. Yeah, yep. The walleye, I think it's Booyah. Did you mean to say Booyah? I think they're Booyah Shads, if that's what you meant there. Maybe they're Boogie Shads. I don't know. But yes, Walleye Nation Creations are very good, are awesome. And then the Jointed Shad Wraps are great. They're super loud. They have a lot of wobble because they're jointed. They're just a good bait. So Richard's at 85. 85 bucks going for 15 more seconds. Boogie Shads. Gotcha. All right. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. You got him, Richard. Congrats, buddy. That is a heck of a deal. 85. Oh, somebody's, make sure one of you guys aren't messaging me. Oh, shoot. Bentley is. Gotta let Bentley know. Bentley's a kid I took fishing with me one day. He's a good kid. Probably going to be fishing with him again here soon. I got to get that kid out. He definitely loves to bass fish. So, yep, congratulations, Richard. That's a heck of a deal. You got all those great baits there. All right, next up that I'm grabbing, this is the bomber box. There are 5 bombers in this box. These are bomber jerk baits or just cranks, whatever you want to do with them. Last year, the bombers did me really good for salmon. They loved them. And there are colors in here, like this one, that I think would be insane for salmon. This is actually a salmon color that they paint on a lot of the spoons. I don't remember what they call this one, but it is a great color. So, again, 5 bombers in this box right here. Plus, it comes with the box, obviously, but you get all these bombers. Beautiful colors. I really like that one, too. Walleyes like bombers, too, but you get 5 of them in here. You figure those are around 10 bucks a piece, so yep, so there's like 50 bucks right here in this box. Right now, Robert's got her at 20 bucks right now for 5 bomber baits. Great lures. These are actually, a lot of people use them for walleye. They troll them out, especially on the bay. They like trolling bombers. I think in Venanton Lake it would be really good too. So right now, Rick comes in at 40 bucks, guys. 40 bucks for 5 bombers. All really great baits. 45. Richard comes in at 45. Hey, sorry I didn't stop by, Richard. I was out fishing all day today with Rick. We were perch fishing on Alcona Pond. So did something a little different. It was fun. But happy Father's Day, Richard. Right now we're at 45, guys. Richard Bray has it at 45 bucks for this box with 5 bombers in it. Great lures right here, guys. Great lures. Richard Bray, 45 bucks. Gonna let it go for another, let's do 20 seconds on the clock. Richard Bray's at 45 right now. Awesome lures, all these bombers. Like I said, I did good on the wall or the salmon with them last year. They worked excellent. So, all right, let's go 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. You got them, Richard. Congrats, buddy. 5 bombers. You will like them, especially if you go out and do some lures or do some casting. If you meet up with us this year for the salmon, I think you'll enjoy it. And now that I know where you live, I can save on the shipping. So that's good. And Richard Bray gave me permission the other day. So me and Rick are actually going to go and do some digging on an old property over there. So those of you that like to see the metal detecting videos, you're going to see a good one coming up here soon off of Richard Bray's property. All right. Next up, this is the miscellaneous crank box. This one I think had 6. Yep, this one has 6 in it right here. Hey there, John. How you doing, buddy? This box has 6 lures in it, including those really cool Yozuri jerkbait lures that I'm excited to try. I have a couple here that I'm keeping for myself to try out, but check these bad boys out. These are made to jerk. You throw these babies out and jerk them. They go very slow, like slow sink and very little under the surface. So these things would kill for big bass, pike, probably muskies. Start off at 25. Leonard beat you by a second. We're at $25 right here. 25. Again, there's 3 of these beautiful Yozuri jerk baits in here. I'm probably gonna have to do a video this week using one just to show how awesome these. I can tell just by holding them that they're gonna be great. Robin comes in at 30 bucks right now, guys. There are 6 lures in here, all name brand lures. You got Hottentot. I love this color right here too. That would be a really good one for salmon. Really good one. Rick's at 35 bucks right now. Walleye Nation Creations crank. This is a good one for walleye. It dives real nice too. Robin comes in at 40 bucks. We're at 40 right now. 40 bucks. And it's also got, see, this is a gorgeous bandit crank right here. This is a really cool color. It is made to be crawfish, but it's an interesting color for crawfish. And this one, just by the lip shape and length, I would say it probably dives around 15 feet. 12 to 15 is what I would assume. So just a great walleye lure altogether. Robin's at 40 right now. 40 bucks gets you these 6 cranks. 40 bucks. Gonna go for another 25 seconds on the clock, guys. 6 crankbaits and this beautiful box right here. Robin Smalley's got her 40 bucks right now. 40 bucks. All right, 10 seconds on the clock. 10 seconds on the clock, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2. You got him, sis. Congrats. For those of you that didn't know, Robin Smalley is my big sister. I know most of you know that, though. So congratulations, Robin. You got a nice box there. And those topwater baits you're going to love. Those things are going to be a lot of fun. Those are going to be a lot of fun. Oh, you sure, Robin? God, he'll love that. I'm actually sad that he didn't know we were live, and I don't think he realized. I don't. Oh, he is. Okay, he's watching right now. So guess what, Robin? Hey, Bentley, I see that you're watching, Bentley. My sister, Robin Smalley, just won this beautiful package here with these lures, and I know you love to bass fish, Bentley. So there are some awesome bass lures in this box. There are Yozuris in here that you jerk. They're jerkbait Yozuris. They're loud rattles, and they go slightly under the surface. So the hits that you're going to get on these, Bentley, are going to be phenomenal. Again, I will show you, Bentley, what I'm talking about. So, yeah, you get to use these, Bentley. Robin gave them to you. So, thank you very much, sis. You've probably met Bentley. You have met Bentley, actually, sis. That's Adrian's son. Yep, I forgot you've met him before. Oh, let's see. All right. Got to make a side note here to give to Bentley. So thank you. Yeah, I'll be fishing with him soon. Adrian got a hold of me earlier, and yeah, we were talking about it. So, all right, now this is probably my second favorite box out of this entire box, and it weighs. You will have to pay a little more shipping on this because it weighs 1 pound 8 ounces. It is a box full of name brand jigs. This is a great box right here, just loaded with really good jig heads. Robert comes in at 40 bucks. Now I'm telling you, if you've bought jigs before, you know they're not cheap. There's a lot of them in here, and a lot of them are these nice cannonball shape. I love these kind of jigs. You've also got some in here that are more like a Ned. So the Ned jigs, if you watch my videos, you see I fish a lot with Ned head jigs. There's also a ton of underspins, which we were discussing earlier. They work really good for crappies. Underspin's probably my favorite crappie lure. Rick comes in at 50 bucks. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you. That was very nice of you. 50 bucks right now. Rick's at 50. Me and Rick did a couple nice things today too, guys. We actually got 2 dogs back to their owner that was in the middle of the road. They were adorable. I got them to go in my car, and they were big old pit bulls, but they were a lot of fun and just total sweethearts. But we got them back to the owner, and it took a while, but we did get them. And then I helped a pontoon boat that was stranded in the middle of the lake. The battery died. I actually towed them back with my smoker craft, which it felt like a tugboat. It was pretty cool. So Rick's at 50 right now, guys. 50 bucks. Oh, dang, John. There's some good ones in here. Yeah, a lot of Northland and Z-Man. Yep. The Northland ones are, most of those are the, I think they actually call them fireballs. I'm calling them cannonballs, but I think those round head ones they call fireball jigs. 60 bucks plus shipping. Right now, Robert's at 60 for all these. That is a heavy, heavy thing right here. I'll probably charge probably $8 on the shipping because it's over a pound. Usually over a pound, I pay around 8. So we'll say $8 on the shipping. Yeah, it was a good day. We did our good stuff today, so that was nice. It was a good day for that for sure. Thank you, Leonard. Yeah, and the man that we got the dogs back to, he tried to he was adamant about giving me 20 bucks for gas because we drove around, but I'm like, no. I mean, for me, anytime I can, especially helping a dog, I don't care what I got to do. If I help a dog, it makes my day just helping a dog. So I'm happy enough to do that. But right now we're at 60 bucks plus shipping, guys. 60 bucks. Robert's got her at 60 bucks right now. 65. Hey Dan, how you doing this evening? 65 bucks. Dan's got this right now. That's Z-Man and Northland. A lot of them in here. There is 1 pound 8 ounce of jigs in here. There are jig heads for just about every species. This one I would use on like a swim bait or even a barracuda. It's a perfect size hook for that. And then you've got them. They kind of work their way from that size down. Most of these actually have plastic grabbers on there to hold, or bait grabbers to hold your baits, which is nice. It saves you losing a lot of baits. And there are just a ton of underspins in here, which you can't beat those for crappie. Definitely the best for crappie. I like these little round eye ones. I used those last year. I'm pretty sure those are Northland too. And then yeah, lots of other good stuff, including there's 1 or 2 Widowmaker jigs in there that I see. Dan's at 65 bucks, guys. Yes, thank you very much, Steve. Thank you. Stephen House was the one that donated all this stuff. Insane amount of great things. So thank you for that, Steve. I appreciate you. 65 right now. Just going to go for another 15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds on the clock. Dan Whitford has this 1 pound 8 ounce box. 65 bucks. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got him, buddy. You got them. 65. That is a lot of great jigs right there, buddy. You are gonna like those. I mean that's a lifetime of jigs right there. So congrats. Thank you very much for the bids, guys. All right. Yeah, it's nice, and like I said, I'm dying to go fishing or camping and fishing. So I the money from tonight's gonna go towards that for sure. So it's gonna get me out to. I want to start traveling different parts of the state. I know a lot of people want me to go to Detroit. I'm trying to stay away from the cities and fish, comfortable places. So thank you, Dan. I appreciate it, man. That's perfect. Thank you for the extra money there for shipping. You're gonna love that box too, man. It's a wicked box. All right, next up here, guys, I am going to do the Hellgrammite box. This box right here is chocked full of Yum Hellgrammites, which Yum are flavored. They have their own special scent. Great baits here for bass, whatever. I think these would be excellent for big trout too. But yeah, these are big old Yum Hellgrammites. This box is chock full. You can't buy boxes like this. Steve puts these things together himself. And there's, I would say, every section of this is probably a package of them. That's my guess on this. So there are 10, I would say, Steve can tell me if I'm right, but I think that every section of this is a package of Yum baits. So there are 10 packages here. Right now, 20 bucks, $20 here for these Hellgrammites. These are great baits. I'm sure just you can look, most fishermen can look at a bait and know if it's going to work or not. And this one definitely will. Robert's got her 20 bucks right now, guys. 20 bucks for the Yum box. $20. I'm going to let the Yum box go for 20 bucks if nobody else wants to bid. Going to put another 10 seconds on the clock here, guys. 10 seconds. Robert is at 20 bucks right now. 5, 4, 30. Thank you, Chad. 30 bucks, guys. We're at 30 bucks for this Yum box. I love boxes like this that Steve puts together because you can just, I mean, if you want to go out bass fishing or something, you could just take this box and some jigs. You're good to go. You really don't need, I mean, there's literally every color in here. So if you want to, there you go, Dan. You got the jigs to use them. Absolutely. But yep, stuff like this, I could literally go out with and not take my whole tackle bag. I do it all the time. If I'm fishing something like the frog, I have a frog box. I'll just take my frogs. I don't take nothing else. Sometimes I'll see big gills and I'll wish I brought them, but other stuff, but I stick with stick to my guns. Dan's at 35 right now, guys. 35 bucks for the Yum box. 35. 35 bucks. 10 seconds on the clock right now. Dan Whitford's got this box. 35. Lots and lots of great colors. 5, 4, 3, 2. You got him, Dan. Congrats, buddy. And thank you very much. I will add that on to your box here. Where's your jigs? There they are. I appreciate you, Dan. Thank you. Like I said, you've got the jigs for it now, so a lot of those jigs in that box would be actually perfect for those Yums. All right. I'm running late on time here, guys. All right, I got 2 boxes left here. All I got left is the hair jigs, which is a great box, and the bass jigs. I'm going to do the bass jigs right now, and the last box I'm doing tonight is the hair jigs, which are beautiful. But if you've ever fished bass jigs, this box right here is loaded with every color really that you could imagine. Lots of great color combinations. Usually I have a hard time finding good colors, especially the whites. I really don't find many bright colors for these bass jigs, but this one, you got a white and a tan. Great color combo. Here's a red and tan. I mean, there's chartreuse. There's just a bunch. And this thing's full of them, too. So if you like to fish bass jigs, which with these, you always want to use a trailer. I like to use a ring of fire when I'm using them myself. So, but this box right here, guys, we're doing the jig box, bass jigs. If anybody wants to bid on this, got a bass jig box up right here. Plus the nice Plano box. Lots of good colors in here, guys. If anybody wants to bid on the bass box. Jig heads that will work great with a lot of different trailers. 40 bucks. Thank you, Robert. 40 bucks right now, guys. 40 bucks for this box of bass jigs. It's loaded full of bass jigs, all different colors. And a lot of, most people like to use what they call creature baits, which actually here's one right now, made by Freedom Baits. So this is actually what you would do with them. 40 bucks right now. Robert's at 40 bucks, but creature baits are used with these types of jigs. That's what people do with these. So yeah, you would rig it up just like this. Make sure you straighten the skirt out best you can, and that is exactly how you'd fish them. And what's nice is when you throw a trailer on there like a creature, it's going to sink a lot slower. All that skirt too stays, upward when it's going down. They look really nice in the water. So yep, but lots of good ones. We're 40 right now. Robert's going to get her if nobody else wants it. I'm going to go another 15 seconds on the clock. 15 seconds, guys. If nobody wants it, Robert will win this one for 40. It's a nice bass box here, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2. You got him, Robert. Congrats, buddy. 40 bucks. That's a nice bass box right there. You're welcome. Congrats. That's a good deal. Those a bunch of nice bass jigs in there. And again, all this stuff, guys, you can't buy any of this stuff the way that it is. Like Steve buys all this stuff separately and then he puts them in boxes together. So he gets some really neat things. This here is a pretty special box. This is the hair jig box. Again, a lot of people are starting to swear by these for especially for salmon, steelhead fishing, stuff like that. But I've also talked to a lot of guys that love to walleye fish with them. I haven't tried it yet. I probably should. But a lot of people like to because in the water, a lot of these look like minnows. They really do. That's what they make these big hair jigs for, is to look like minnows. And thank you, Steve. Yep, there are Northland in here, and a bunch are handmade. Yeah, a lot of these are special handmade ones from Connecticut and Pennsylvania. So, yep, lots of custom hair jigs in here that you can't find anywhere else. Special ones, lots of good colors. Both sides, it's a two-sided box. Right now, Rick is at 50 bucks, guys, for this beautiful box of hair jigs. And these, Rick, are what I was talking about. You know, me and Rick were using a fly earlier for perch fishing, but you got it, man. I think if we were using one of these little hair jigs that look like a bait fish, I think those big perch would have smoked it. And then you've got, you know, black ones that are going to look like leeches in the water. Just lots of really cool colors in here, guys. And they're all special. Definitely come from different states, and you ain't going to find them like this anywhere else. Robert came in at 60 and then Bill at 65. 65 right now, guys. 65 bucks for this beautiful box of hair jigs. And I know they work for trout. These are all excellent baits for trout. There's all different sizes too. You've got small ones, you've got big ones in here for like pike. There's even these special ones here that have skirts like a bass jig, which I've never seen a bass slash hair jig. Very, very neat right here, guys. But yeah, these are very cool. Bass slash hair jigs. And I got to imagine these things would work really well. I really like this green pumpkin hair jig right here. I think it's neat. I've never seen anybody make them like that. 65. Bill's at 65 right now, guys. 65 bucks for this hair jig box. It is loaded with tons and tons of great hair jigs. Lots of them. 70. Robert comes in at 70 bucks, guys. 70 bucks. Lots of very cool colors. I can't imagine even making all these. I mean, you can tell there was a lot of work put into these. I mean, these are definitely very well made. Even the jigs themselves are nice. I love that this is a light jig. This right here probably would have killed the perch today. It would have been good. Bill's at 75 right now. 75 bucks, guys. 75. And these hair jigs too, most of the time you can only buy them each. You can only buy them one at a time. So you got to figure Steve probably bought most of these, maybe two at a time, if that. But look at that one with some chrome on it. Yeah, these are gorgeous though. I can't imagine. I know it takes time. I used to tie flies. It would have taken a lot of time to make all these jigs. 75 bucks right now. Bill is at 75 bucks on this hair jig box. Lots and lots of hair jigs. 75. All right, guys, gonna go for another 20 seconds right now. They are beautiful. They are beautiful. I'm sure they would work for all species. So really nice box right here, guys. All right, 10 seconds on the clock. 75 bucks. Bill has 75 on these jigs right now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Congratulations, Bill. You got the last box here, buddy. That is a beauty. Somebody, like I said, and Steve was hoping he'd be on too. Somebody was asking about hair jigs on one of the auctions that we had on here, one of the lives, and he mentioned that. I forgot somebody had mentioned, so he threw this in here in hopes that that person would be on. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys getting in on tonight's auctions. Got to put Bill in here before I miss it. Jig box, hair jigs. Yes, congratulations. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, you guys know how it goes. Make sure send me out the money whichever way you choose, and I will get this stuff out in the mail to you. If I don't have boxes that fit them right away, which I should, if I don't, I'll get boxes tomorrow from the store. So, but thank you guys very much. I'm going to be hopping off. It is the end. Normally I'm only on till 8, so stay just a little bit later, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you all very much. Again, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. I look forward to chatting with you guys next Sunday, and make sure you keep an eye on my channel. I got lots of good videos to come. Love y'all.